Fellow debaters, adjudicators, opponents and my colleagues. So I'm very glad to stand here before you, and I'd like to express opinion of our position on the things that our honorable opponents said. So, what we have been hearing for the last 7 minutes was a flow of complete nonsense. And actually, what we have been hearing, that we are bringing democracy to Abkhazia. Excuse me, dear opposition, government. It's not democracy what you're proposing, it's complete anarchy. Because you destroy the sovereignty of a state, Georgia. Government has been telling us that for the last 2 decades, we had an independent Abkhazia. Please, show us a map where we have an independent Abkhazia. No, we don't. We have Georgia. And for the last 2 decades, since the disappearance of Soviet Union, we had Georgia and we didn't have Abkhazia. What if we should follow the logic of our government, then we should actually not have any Russian Federation. They have autonomous Tatarstan. Why can't it be independent? They have Chechnya, Ichkeria, Dagestan. Let's make them all independent. So what's the problem? And you said that Russian passport is the way out. So if they're independent Abkhazians who have been independent for 20 years and now they're formally, as our government actually said, they're a formally autonomous republic, but all the way they were telling us that they were independent. So first of all, we didn't actually get. So they're independent now or just formally autonomous republic. So where are the Abkhazian passports? We heard about Georgian passports which they dropped off and took Russian passports. So, and where is here independent Abkhazia? We have just a puppet state in the hands of Russia. And what I'd like to tell you also, what we had in actions of Russia 1 year ago was a rude ignorance of world law. Russia simply invaded Georgian state. Georgia had an inner conflict. It was... No, thank you, wait please. It was an inner conflict. Why does not anybody intrude in Russia and Chechnya when they are having problems in Chechnya? Nobody is invading Russia, screaming, let the Chechens go free.
Sir,
yes.
We are not discussing the South Ossetian war, ladies and gentlemen, because the Belgian clearly said it's based on Abkhazia. Otherwise, please find the similarities between South Ossetian and Abkhazia.
Excuse me, if we are... This topic is closely connected to the problem of Abkhazia. And if you are so against analogies, then why did you talk about South Ossetia if you don't want to talk about it? So, we heard about conflict in Abkhazia, but sir, the problem started in South Ossetia, in Tskhinval, and then suddenly, what was his name again? Bakash, the president of Abkhazia, decided that it was now the right time to call in Russians and proclaim independence. Well, there was no problem for the last 20 years. They lived in peace. There was no problem.
There?
Yes.
They've been living in peace with no Georgian troops there, with Russian and international peacekeepers. They have not been under any de facto control of Georgia for the last 2 decades. That's why it's been peaceful.
So, they were an autonomous republic in Georgia. So what was the problem? What was the need of bringing in soldiers and doing a massacre with bloodshed? Why? We can see the point. All we can see is aggression of Russia, invading Georgia, and that's why European Union cannot simply recognize Abkhazia. No one in the world recognizes it except Russia and Hugo Chavez. We had an example of Nicaragua, but it was only the president of Nicaragua. Parliament said, no, we're not agreeing with that guy, we do not recognize Abkhazia. And that shows that there are some sane people in Nicaragua still left. So, by recognizing Abkhazia, we would just untie the hands of Russians. And then what will we have then? The Russians will give passports to people in Brighton Beach, and then they will let a Marine Corps bringing America to peace, and they will have a Brighton Beach country.